In a forgotten part of Wiltshire, history was made this afternoon. For the first time in several decades, a woman was buried at Imber, the village where nobody lives. Now, it's on the Salisbury Plain, and in 1943 the locals were all moved out so it could be turned into a military exercise area. Lizzie Way reports.
Home. Gertrude Florence Butcher, known as Floss, was born here in Imber and finally, today, returned. In 1943, at the age of 12, she was evacuated from the village. The army needed it for an exercise area for American troops during the Second World War. Locals here were never allowed to return. The only building to survive in good condition was the church where Floss was baptised, and today laid to rest.
She always said to us, "I want to go back." And over the last 10 years, more and more so, she said, "I'd like to be buried in the churchyard." So when it all happened, you know, in April, we were sort of put into motion, and everybody's been fantastic.
We've kept her wish, haven't we?
We've kept her
completely wish. That's what she wanted. Like, give her what she wants.
That's right, yeah.
Well, today was the first funeral held in the church for nearly 70 years. The village is open 2 or 3 times a year, but for the rest of the time it remains isolated and empty. And over the years, very little remains of what was originally here.
The Norman church will never again see its parishioners, for the pre-doomsday village is to remain a permanent battle school, says the War Office.
They were given a month's notice to clear everything out, but some say that there was a promise that they would return after the war, but of course that promise, if indeed it was made, was never honoured. They say the only way you can return to Imber is to be buried in the churchyard.
In time, there may be more who will return to Imber. Today, through her death, Gertrude Florence helped a corner of this village once again come alive. Lizzie Way for BBC Points West in Imber.